So GTX Rolando got this message that he doesn't have enough room for his project to render, preview render. So he says he's gone through and cleared out all of his cache and everything that you do in the preferences. So let's take a look at another option. Okay, let's take a look at a couple of possible options why you don't have space to render your projects. You mentioned you had gone to File, Preferences, and Media Cache, I assume, and you've gone in here and cleared out all of these things. One of them is proxy files. Okay, I just created a small proxy file. But one thing that's notably absent here is backup files. And if you go to folders, you'll see that there is a place for backup files. It's not on the media cache. You don't actually get a chance to clear it out right here. If you want to clear it out, you have to go into your File Explorer, or a shortcut to that would be to click the Browse button, and that will bring up your File Explorer, and then you can see, wow, I got all this stuff in here. Now these reference files here are of no consequences. You can see this one is 9 bytes. So when you right click on it and you do properties, you can see that it doesn't occupy any disk space in essence because it's only 9 bytes. So they don't really count for much. But that being said, they're still annoying to have around, including the one that's being created right now as I'm making this project. But I'll just select all of them, and I will right click and I will delete them. I don't need them. Okay, but more importantly are these backup copies. Now, we were talking about the fact that the media cache doesn't offer an opportunity to click a button to clear them out, and then you need to click the Browse button here to get into these. Now, if you've never cleared this out, guaranteed you got a ton of them sticking around. So I haven't worked on this project since December, so there's no reason for me to even have these hanging around anymore. So this is the way I currently have to delete them. So I have to go in here and I have to delete them this way. There are a couple of others which I think are deleted. Let's see here, renders. Let's see if renders, project files, preview renders. Here's one. We'll keep this. I'm going to have to close this down. I'm sorry, but I'm going to bring a file down. And I've got the automatic rendering turned off, so I could show you that I will render it right here. And so it rendered it in the preview mode, in other words, for it to play back more smoothly. Now, I'll just go ahead and delete it. I don't really need it anymore. So we'll just go here and delete. But going back to our preferences now, and media cache, and we will see that, hey, there is indeed something in the preview render folder, which is what we just created. But if you hit this clear button before, then of course it's going to be gone anyway. And by the way, you have the option to automatically delete them when the project file is closed. That just means that if you're working on a long project for many times, each time you open the project, it will have to re-render this file. The same is true for proxy files. So typically, you probably don't want to keep these on. It's better to come in and hit the clear button. And here's a proxy file that was created also, but I'm just going to clear that out. So the main thing is, the one big bugaboo is the backup files. Backup files are not deleted when you go into the media cache, and they're created every 5 minutes, unlike mine, where I only ask it to create a backup file every 20 minutes. So you probably have a lot of stuff in there. All that said and done, there is one other thing that could actually be causing your issue. And let's go to the general page here. Wondershare offers you a cloud cloud service, and you may or may not be taking advantage of it. It may accidentally be turned on. It could be, first of all, let me say, Wondershare offers you a small free space. It's not enough to do a lot with. It's just enough to tempt you to buy some more space on their server. So if you want a safe place to store your stuff, you can have it on their server. But look at this little bar here. You need to scroll down because it kind of reveals some other things that it's doing. And if it says turn on here, that means that it's currently turned off. And but if you turn that on, then everything that you do is backed up to the cloud, costing you a lot of space. So make sure that's turned off.